after a nice day today, Dana, we are cruising into a nice weekend.
I'm so excited for this weekend. I went out for a hike earlier today and it was just the perfect weather. I could not have imagined a nicer day to go hiking. And this weekend too, just smooth sailing. Nothing to complain about here. High temperatures for today, a lot of us got into the upper 70s, some low to mid 80s closer to the coast. Average high temperature is 80 degrees, which will start to be dropping as we get into the coming weeks, as we start getting into the dog days of summer. Dew point temperatures were relatively low today, so it was extremely comfortable, and overnight temperatures will be able to drop down into the mid 50s in some spots because of those low dew points and overall clear skies overnight. Could even see some upper 40s in a spot like Berlin or Rangeley overnight, so it is going to be a little bit on the cooler side. But this area of high pressure here is going to be extremely strong as we get into the weekend. So overall, the hour-by-hour forecast is going to look very similar Saturday and Sunday, pretty similar actually as it did today. Mostly clear skies, maybe a couple of cumulus clouds popping up in the afternoon, but still a really nice day. Humidity will begin to tick up just a little bit as we get to Saturday and Sunday. I'll talk about that in a minute. High temperatures getting into the upper 70s to lower 80s. Very similar story on Sunday, still a really nice day. Eventually that high area of high pressure will start to move out of our area a little bit, so late on Sunday we may start to see a little bit of some higher clouds begin to move into areas like southern Maine. And then on Monday, this model here starts to bring in this is disturbance to our south. A little bit closer, I do think most of the shower activity is actually going to remain to our south here. I think this model brings it a little bit farther north, so we may see an increase in cloud cover along the coastline early Monday morning. A couple of showers may sneak in, but I do think most of us are going to be dry here. However, something to look at for the weekend, I haven't talked about this in a while, but wildfire smoke from Canada is going to be making a reappearance as we get into the weekend. So if you see some haze out there, especially on Sunday and in areas of northern Maine, it's not actually cloud cover, it's actually wildfire smoke up from Canada. Dew point temperatures overall today have been extremely comfortable. They'll still be comfy as we get into the day tomorrow, though they'll start to be ticking up just a little bit, and then we start to break into a bit more of a humid pattern once we get into Sunday and the beginning of next week. And we'll see that here on Monday, dew points back into the upper 60s. So marine forecast, seas 2 feet, water temp 62 degrees. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. A really, really great weekend coming up. Plenty of sunshine out there. Comfortable dew points, temps in the low to mid 80s. Humidity will start to creep up again a little bit as we get into the beginning of next week, as well as an increase in some cloud cover. Brian and Amanda, then we start to get into a bit more of a showery pattern, so chances of some storms as we get into the second half of next week, but we don't have to worry about that when we have such an amazing weekend coming up.
A few days to enjoy here.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dana.